Even get banned out. Remember, SKT1 could first pick Twitch this time around, but Xiang has got the added advantage that he can second guess what Faker's going to play.
Yeah, that is the red side. That's basically what SKT wanted to take away from them in the first two. Something absolutely has to be left up here. The Twitch, if they ban it right now, means SKT takes Thresh away. I would imagine there's a lot of power up right now. The Twitch ban, you'd think that would be the first pick that SKT would go for sure.
Well, OMG running things out late. Nunu was a final ban here for SKT. And OMG's ban going to be coming up here in just a second. And it is Twitch. So Twitch out of the game for this one. That's at least, I think, taking away something from the round of picks, like a less hotly contested. I'd say not what I expected from a first pick, actually.
And you can see the Thresh consistently taken, plus the Lucian, which is the number 280 carry. This swings wildly in the favor at the moment of OMG, I have to say.
Yeah, that is not the setup we expected. We saw how heavily OMG favored that Thresh pick. Not going to be a Heimerdinger, guys. We saw it in the European LCS, but obviously has been changes since then. They're going to rotate through. Will we see the Vayne coming out here? We just heard, obviously, Monte Cristo talking about the number of big 80 carries that Piglet can pull out. Vayne is absolutely in there, but that is not what I was expecting. Faker going to show Xiang what you do with Syndra.
It was very interesting how Syndra was left completely unbanned, and then OMG would have had to give up the Lucian or the Thresh in order to get their own hands on it. It's a bit of a strategy loss there for OMG, but they can try the exact same matchup that SKT did to them. It did go in the favor of Xiang Syndra when they played that out, but that was more the rest of the team helping him out.
Still, I'm a bit perplexed by Shyvana as the first pick. Like,
Me too.
If you wanted to take the Syndra, like, first pick it in that position, especially since he plays Trundle. If Going would have played that Shyvana, then he could have just picked the Trundle. Either way, moving on from that one, because it's OMG here on the pick, looking at a possible Orianna Elise for this round.
Yeah, I mean, so far they've just picked their own positions, SK Telecom. They are that confident, it seems. Mundo being hovered over right now. It's actually Champion Impact's played a hell of a lot over in Champions. And it is going to get locked in, it seems, along with Orianna. So a similar matchup, a mirror match of game one in the mid lane.
Yeah, the Mundo was a 6-0 record in the regular season for OMG, but that was also early on in the season before the nerfs to the Perseverance Mastery. Not nearly as good now. SKT having some fun with these last few picks. They have played actually a lot of support Zyra when they've been down on those things, but Zyra versus Thresh is a hook and you're dead. The Leona seems like the pick we would expect to follow up on Syndra initiations.
With an AD carry. Will it be Zyra? The good old bottom lane once again for SK Telecom. They have the skins.
It's 3 out of 5 so far.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is, locked in.
Wow, so they are definitely going with that Zyra. It's kind of been Pumandu returning to what he was comfortable with when they were the best in the world. It's not something other people have been playing much support on. I know Crepo was talking about why he doesn't like the Zyra pick into a Thresh is because when you do get hit by that one death sentence, you're probably dead. And it's a no, you cannot make a mistake in that lane, especially with Vayne.
Especially with Elise as well. I mean, that's a double skill shot dodge you have to make there when Pomelo comes out of the jungle, which often he has. But how do we see this mid lane? This was our featured matchup at the start. It went fairly even between the two. I think it's safe to say Syndra obviously was a big player for Xiang, but they both know exactly what they're going up against here.
I really feel like it's going to be heavy jungle camping once again. If Pomelo can stay ahead of Bengi, or at least break even, then we might get to see a progression into the late game. Looking at how they have the Mundo, the Orianna, they actually scale a little bit better than SKT here, assuming they can keep Piglet under wraps because of a difficult laning phase. That's not how SKT plays, though. They don't play with the laning phase when it doesn't benefit them. I do actually think, though, considering they lost the first 2 games, got heavily outpicked banned in game 2, coming into game 3, OMG's done an admirable job in Champ Select.
Well, as we head into game 3, let us know who you think will take this match. Tweet your answers using the hashtag SKTWin or hashtag OMGWin to @LOL Esports and to let us know your predictions. We'll be checking them shortly.
It's going to be about 90% SKT, I'm quite sure. I mean, it's been steadily rising around the 80%
Freak
mark.
is desperately tweeting right now.
Yeah, please,
More
guys.
OMG, please. He does have a lot of followers, so.
He does have a lot of followers. He could try and swing that vote.
We'll see.
Not quite sure they're all convinced, though.
These games have been completely in the side of SKT. Game 1 was close. It was the best fight we saw OMG put up, but Game 2, coming back from that one, takes some strong-willed players.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3. Will it be the final match? SK Telecom 2-0 up as the blue team this time around. And they are up against OMG, the Chinese LPL champions, as the red team.
So, getting off then into position. OMG, last game, let's not forget, I went on a bit of a hike around the map, trying out a couple of little things, which didn't really get them much in the end. We saw a simple swap of the blue buffs and then across the river to take their own reds straight away after that. See what goes this time around. Piglet already down there in that tri-bush. They're actually picking the bottom lane. Looks like they may be stacking up in the bottom brushes here.
Interesting move there by OMG.
It's a bit of a KT Bullets move here, actually, at Intel Extreme Masters Katowice, where they sneak in towards that bush. They're instead, Piglet not going to see them. Oh, he did that. Just got a vision. He just got a glimpse, quickly tumbled away. They know exactly where they are now, and SKT are free to roam in towards the enemy jungle, knowing exactly that it's clear.
That was an almost catch there by OMG. Very strange that Piglet would actually walk around that edge. He was trying to rush down actually to prevent that very thing. Against a Thresh, if you only waited in that brush, you would be vulnerable to a Thresh hook, so that he ran straight through the lane. He actually did catch them at the very last moment before it would have been disaster.
Still OMG way 83%, so around the 80% mark. So I was a little bit off, but still, most of you guys believing that SKT are going to be taking this one. It's kind of hard to argue after game 2 with that kind of percentage vote as well. Right now, though, OMG are moving to the enemy red, and it's a very edgy movement to the enemy red. On the other side of the map, though, SKT, of course, are already in position to level out the buff score.
Yeah, that's going to be a red buff for both junglers. Pomelo, of course, there. Tri-bush ward will give vision, but it is going to be standard meta matchup, or more to the point, what used to be the standard meta matchup, or what everybody at home plays, let's put it that way.
Going's a little bit late to top lane, but that's worth it because Sun and Allen with Thresh and Lucian should by all means be able to win this lane down bottom.
Pretty sure Xiong just missed the bush there actually with that ward towards the river. I'm not sure if it's quite stealth into that bush, but we saw the first little exchange between them. We'll see whether Bengi decides to focus on Xiong again once he comes out of this top half of the jungle. He's trying to take everything away from that half of the jungle.
Down in the bottom, Allen already taken a bit of a beating somewhat, but going to get in there for the play, and look at the damage there on towards Allen. He's going to be forced out of lane once again, down to less than half here. We already saw that the Ignite was used by Mandu.
And that could have a big impact on this game if SKT decides to stay aggressive in that lane. Elise did just walk all the way around the backside. The flashes are up. They'd have to land the stun and hook perfectly.
Well, there's the spider coming out. Which way is he going to throw the cocoon? Teleport's coming in here. They've got to be careful. They managed to land the Death Sentence on Mandu. Impact has joined the party. Allen's so low. He goes down first blood, and that was a terrible, terrible engage by OMG.
Well, that's the thing. When Going burned his teleport to get that 1v1 in the top lane, once they went in, they were all in or dead, and they got the dead one. They probably would have had one person fall down anyway. I don't know where I'm going with that one, because they were screwed as soon as that teleport came in behind him.
Allen missed his flash, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Tried the flay.
He tried the flash flay and kind of just played where he was and flashed on top of himself, which obviously didn't help the setup for that one. Would have given a bit more control. The Sun needs to be careful down there. Zyra doing deceptive amount of damage, and well, basically what shouldn't ever happen in these 2v2 lanes when it's a Vayne is the Vayne should get first blood and get going. Or, I mean, obviously it can happen. You don't ever want it to.
One thing is safe here. Pomelo didn't give up first blood to Bengi this time around, that's for sure. But Xiang in this mid lane is having some serious problems already against Faker. 30 to 20 in CS and continuing the damage on towards him. Faker is showing him exactly what you do on Syndrome.
Yeah, and here we are again. It's 1,000 gold at 4.5 minutes. OMG falls behind early game. This time, it really just had to do with an early game teleport top lane so that GoGoing couldn't match to at least scare people off. What are they going to do here? They need to make something happen.
The bottom lane, you think put a bit of pressure down here on this bottom side. Actually, Pomelo been fairly quiet up until now because they came down for that initial gank there in the bottom side, which despite not actually being warded, still ended up going the way of SK Telecom T1. And he's got a big role to play in this game.
Yeah, Alan on Thresh, it's what he really had. He made his name in this tournament with his Thresh play. 100% kill participation in his first Thresh game.
Sneaky.
Destroyed Cloud9 with it, and now Bengi tries to go up against GoGoing.
Yeah,
My turn flash.
Gets in unseen here on towards GoGoing. I think
Or
GoGoing's going to go down here. He may well have enough to die. Not sure what that little sidestep was at the end.
It was a nicely timed gank by Bengi, and this could just be the results of the demoralization from games 1 and 2, D-Man. They are not playing well individually. It's almost like they're checked out.
Yeah, this is the worst thing that could have happened to them as well. If they'd have had a long, drawn-out laning phase, maybe that was a bit quieter for them where they'd gone toe-to-toe with SKT. Maybe they could have turned things on there, but coming straight into this game and getting kind of destroyed already here, just 6 minutes into the match, is a painful experience, I'm sure, for OMG. They just got to keep it in. I guess it's part of being a professional gamer, and same in any other sport, that you have to learn, even when you fall behind, to keep your head up.
And as we've seen from other teams, even a standard laning phase is no safety.
Alan caught out here, condemned on the wall. Sun's the focus, but Alan will get caught out. He's going to flay them away, but it's not enough to drive them out away. And Piglet, well, he's going to get himself another kill on the board. And honestly, this game is in danger of sliding out of control 6 minutes in already.
OMG just has no room to breathe. All they want to do is farm one more minion wave, and they can't.
What are you doing, son? He's going to get caught out, and that's going to be Bengi. Easy going to go for it, forces the flash nonetheless out of the AD carry.
That's fine for him as well. Sun now, well, the bottom lane in general has no summoner spells left apart from the Ignite out of Alan, which is not really likely going to be turning anything around down on that bottom side. So if they can keep this vein going, I mean, he's already got Vamp Scepter in there, got himself the Longsword as well, and I mean, it's only a couple of CS to lead because they've had so much back and forth trading on this, but Piglet's going to start to just completely dominate Alan in the bottom lane. In fact, they've switched already because they're like, well, we just can't do that. We can't fight that lane.
Especially when they're down a flash. If there's a 2v2 with anyone else coming in to intervene, it's done for. And the only lane that hasn't had any intervention is this mid lane, which normally is exactly what OMG would want. But Faker is just outclassing on Syndra this game. Syndra is a better 1v1er than Orianna, especially when played by Faker. And that's the last bit of strategy that OMG could have hoped to rely on, I feel like. Yeah,
OMG in trouble. They're going to try something out, as you mentioned, switching around in towards this top lane. Impact doesn't seem too worried about the fact that he's got Alan and Sam coming out towards him. He's got that level advantage, as you mentioned. Faker now making his way up north. Pomelo wondering, should I try and do something here? I'm going to go for it. It's going to sink his teeth in. Young comes in. Pomelo continues. Young out of position and actually lands the double stun there. Faker on both of them. He's 2v1 in so far. He's gone a little bit too far, I feel, though. Bengi comes in to support. Kicks him away. Does not land the Sonic Wave. Manages to chase on towards Young, but he gets away clean.
First bit of jungling ganks, and it almost turned something around for OMG, but not today. And now GoGoing might actually be in a fair bit of trouble. That turret goes down, he's all alone.
Yeah, gonna be attacked after that one was locked up by the roots. He's going for Mandu, but he's still got someone to heal in there. Meanwhile, Sun here is being 1v1'd or 1v2'd, let's be honest, by Impact. Should be able to get back to the tower, but here comes Bengi, dodges the Q, doesn't matter. Impact flashes in, and they kick Alan back home to the tower.
What a play right there by Shyvana, and I believe it was actually him I have to see this again. He interrupted the Lantern with his Dragon's Thing. That's a play that I almost never see executed successfully. Everyone always tries for it, but because he got the mini knockback while he was in flight for Dark Passage, it stopped him. That lets him close in for the kill.
Fantastic stuff. Style points being given to SK Telecom every step of the way. 5-0 and a 4,000 gold lead already. Pumandu, though, may well get caught out here. But you can see Piglet already trying to do it. Condemn on Pomelo. Pomelo going to try and get away, but the teleport comes in again this time. And that's another kill for Piglet. Stranglethorn's not quite catching GoGoing, but now it's 6-0. And and this game is well out of control.
Yeah, Joe said it right during that fight. Oh God, as soon as it started happening. 6-0, as you said, 5,000 gold. Blade of the Ruined King at 9 minutes and 40 seconds for Piglet. There's not even a phage on Sun right now. Mid lane, CS advantage, jungle, more pressure added. Top lane teleports being really impactful for Impact. This is the best of the three. It is SKT finding everything that OMG wanted to do and taking it directly away from them.
Sun just trying to get a bit of extra farm in there. I said it before, he's actually holding up when it comes to the farm. Fact is, Sun spent about 3 minutes of the game actually fighting at this stage, so not been exactly focused on his farm. He's farming those champions down in the bottom lane. Mundo twice, getting the Elise in there as well. And he is definitely on fire at this point of the matchup. And now they move to the top lane where they'll be looking for another turret. Only one turret taken, but that's, with this kind of lead, only going to be a matter of time before it changes.
And it's still about OMG never having safety in any of their lanes. The laning phase can extend as long as SKT wants it to because they are winning it so heavily.
Well, Young pulled the shockwave on Faker, wasn't too worried about it. Benki's in trouble though. Now how's he going to get out of this situation? He manages to pop the kick on Pomelo, but with the shockwave already used, there was nothing to back it up.
Lane pressure through and through. That's turret number 2. These lanes have been won so hard they're not even trading back turrets. This could actually be a complete shutout if SKT continues to play it.
Bengi was taken low there, coming back in, and we said it in that last game as well that we've seen a couple of players from SKT where they've maybe got a little bit too forward thinking, is what I'm going to call it, because I think that's a nicer word than anything else. But honestly, they are, what, we're 6-0 up in kills here. We've got a huge amount of goal difference, almost 6K. There's a stun going on to Xiang. Is Baker going to go all in on this one? Yes, he is. Is he going to pick up the kill? Ignite is ticking away. He flashes in. Pomelo might at least be able to pick up the first kill here for OMG. He won't. It's Go in that steals it in the end.
Gotta say, that was still a nice move by Faker. He burned everything that Xiang had. He gave 1 kill back to Mundo, which, there you go, was a bit of forward thinking. They don't need the perfect game, but they do need to win this one. They're still on their way to a 3-0.
Yeah, it's not going to be the perfect game. That's what they needed. Don't want to get humiliated, although some would argue that the way this is going, it may well happen. Nevertheless, SK Telecom, as you mentioned, forward thinking, catching out Pomelo this time around, in towards him. He's going to go down. That's an easy kill for SK Telecom. And they may well be thinking of that trip back home to Korea right now, because this game is in the bag.
Yeah, just to go into detail a little bit about some of the things that SKT have done here is even from the very level 1 movement, as soon as they knew that the teleport was down on Go doing, they knew how to punish it.
And Alan here having to flash away everything thrown out by Mondu while the rest of his team were actually finishing off that dragon. Faker in the meanwhile pushing straight up this mid lane. Nothing that Xiang can really do to hold on to him now in terms of damage. Again, we saw it from Xiang in other games about how controlling a good Syndra play can mean, quite frankly, how much damage she has by the end as well.
How long a range he's got.
Exactly. The stun is just heat-seeking, it seems, when from a good player and gets you from anywhere. And just looking at this series from a whole, just how demoralizing was that game 1 really, looking back? Because OMG did look so good, but they were gifted everything they wanted in that one. It was a bit of a gamut by SKT to say, all right, and I'm willing to say it based on the results of these last 2 games, they were giving OMG what they wanted in that one, just so they could guarantee a 3-0 if they won. If they lost that game, all right, then they knew exactly what their best shot is, and they can adjust from there, because SKT is great at adjusting mid-best-of-5s. They're so experienced with that, they look at the things OMG is doing, and OMG clearly can't adapt that since they had their best thing right off the bat.
Well, one team has played a lot of best-of-5s. It is SK Telecom, that's for sure. They've been in the highest of pressure situations, as we have a glitch in the matrix there.
Yeah, skipping out of 5-second delay right there, unfortunately. Everything is fine, do not worry.
Oh, good. Actually, down in the bottom, there's a fight going on, but we're not seeing it.
No, they're both dead.
Well, it was 2 more kills for SKT. We will get that replay for you shortly. Fight in the top lane, though.
And Arlen's going down. Piglet going to go on the rampage from that one.
The kills are coming so quick. We're missing them, and frankly, we're not missing much because they are just flying down right now. 3 kills for SK Telecom there, 11-1 already, and already it's a 9,000 gold advantage. Make that a 10,000 gold advantage. Just going, gone.
12 kills to 1. SKT has taken it all the way home at this point. Rounded the bases. They're only 15 minutes in, and a 10,000 gold lead.
So at Worlds, it was a 12-minute inhibitor. We saw that clip earlier on with Monty at the Telestrator. While this has not had the intricacy of that specific move they pulled off, it's had a lot more in a way. I mean, we're 15 minutes in, it's 12 warning kills. This is even more one-sided.
And I think there's multiple things at work here. It's not just SK Telecom playing amazingly, it's OMG being on tilt.
Yeah.
They have made many individual mistakes from the very early game. Just Allen missing his flash play. Hooking him a plant, I mean, I guess there was nothing you could do about that one. But they're not seeing things coming. They're teleporting into the wrong situations, and when you're down at this point after you've made a few mistakes and already lost 2 games, who can really blame them? These are all incredibly young guys, and there's so much pressure on them to perform, especially nationally. It's an unfortunate situation for them to be in.
And the problem is, SK Telecom, you know, while everybody else was, and us included, oh, Bengi caught out hit, nope, safeguards away, he's going to get repelled on. The Culling catching on towards him, it's just not enough damage coming through there. They will get the kill, but at what cost? Sun's going to get caught out. Faker pounces in, and Impact gets himself the kill. And now Shiyang's caught, pinned on the wall, condemned in there. Shockwave pulls Impact and Faker back to him, but Shiyang's got nowhere to go. And Impact just simply burns his way through the opposition.
They just keep on going. Impact and the stun from Faker.
Double stun from Faker. Allen down to less than half HP. Piglet gets in there. Impact actually getting that one in the end. A 3-for-1. Bengi playing the blind monk, which is what it did. Went straight into the brush, came back out, baited them into pushing out, and SKT are going to get another inner turret. There's only the base left for OMG. 16 minutes 40 in.
Destruction derby right here, 6 turrets as you mentioned, but what I was about to say is the fact that SKT did not fear Allen on Thresh.
Not in the slightest.
The main reason being that he hasn't been able to be aggressive on it. SKT have been shoving him down. Every time they let him on Thresh, they've gone full on aggression, whereas OMG work their best when they are being the aggressive ones, and simply put, they just don't get a chance to be against SK Telecom. Wow, okay,
yeah.
Report for feeding.
That was just a ridiculous move by SKT right there. Look at how many of them there are. OMG has nothing left. They're trying desperately to make plays.
Big smiles on Gogoin's face. I think he's already realized the goose is cooked. And Boomandu, he's going to get pulled on. Can he have enough damage? Nope, he's going to get bounced.
And actually, OMG getting away from what I thought was going to be another, come on guys, you come and get me if you like, but in the end wasn't. We've got Impact on the bottom inhibitor turret. The other 4 from SKT here are on the middle inhibitor turret. Call it what you want, this game is pretty much over. We're not quite 20 minutes into it just yet, but SKT, let's move the spotter.
They can't even surrender right now, but, you know, honestly, they may as well put their hands up, because as it stands, the first inhibitor's going to go down. Oh, not quite, though. 18 minutes into this game, it is domination at its finest, and honestly you could compare this game straight to Royal's 3rd game in the World Finals in Season 3, because SK Telecom are just showing their dominance right now.
Exactly. There's actually not too much to analyze about this game in particular, because it all comes down to the series in a whole, and you did bring it up earlier, but the fear that they can instill in their opponents. They literally let OMG hit them with their best shot, and once they beat that, OMG, they lost it. Teams have never, especially in OMG's history as a team, given them their best things and had them lose with it. That was the first competitive loss of Shiyang's career. He doesn't know what to do with that. Gogoing had only ever lost twice on Renekton. Now it's 3 times. And once that happened, and an even more demoralizing game 2, with SKT just kind of showing off their TF Twitch play, what is left to go? You can have all the analysts in the world right there, but when you know what your best thing is and you actually get it to try and jump ahead in a best of 5 series and it breaks apart, you don't expect a game 3 like this, but it's not too far gone.
Now SKT pushing in. You have to feel close to the victory. Inhibitor going down. And there's the stun on towards Xiyang. Here comes the dragon right into the middle of the team. Oh, Baker kicks him out. Oh, Shockwave goes down as well. But this should be a one-way destruction. Going got his ultimate running, but Piglet is hammering down. Another great stun by Faker. Sam's not going to get away. He is dead. Pomelo is dead. And that is a whitewash for SKT.
They could win this before 20 minutes.
20-minute game, as you mentioned, 19 minutes 48 on the clock. The Nexus turrets are falling. Pumandu is tanking this one up, but the minions are coming through right now. And SK Telecom, T1K are the clear all-star champions. They have been unbeaten here in Paris, and it has been a demonstration of force against OMG.
They might actually fall away from this one, but this one is all but sealed. Going, trying to teleport in against something done.
They're just toying with their opponents right now, I feel. I think they're pretty sure they could have finished that. They all want to get a kill on Faker. It's not going to happen.
Who wouldn't want to get another kill on Faker? Or Piglet, for that matter. With the way they performed so far at this All-Star Invitational. Completely sweeping the event. Every single game has fallen their way. They've had a couple of close ones. But at this point, it honestly feels like it was their own choice that those were close.
Piglet's got a Zephyr now.
Genja would be proud.
Stinger, which is exactly what it is now, for now. It might get it by the end of this game though. 21 minutes in, well on his way up. Son, of course, not well. It's really hard to just say anything about where they are right now in this game because it's over at this point and it's been over for quite a long time. And you know, as commentators, it's our job to keep everyone's hopes up, but sometimes, guys, we just don't want to lie to you.
You can't do the impossible sometimes, that's for sure. Piglet, who honestly has played immaculately this tournament, you know, he was very sensitive about, he's going to keep on chasing. A little bit too deep, buddy. Don't go too far. There's your first death of the game. And it is going to be to Xiyang. But I was about to say, you know, he was tearful back at OGN Champion Winter about his performance. Didn't feel he'd really put in his best. And you got to think, turn the corner really coming into this tournament, he's played brilliantly.
Going to keep going possibly on this one here. Impact actually teleporting in. That was from the bottom lane, by the way, where he was just pushing the inhibitor turret. SKT are going to go for the win
Nexus.
here.
GG coming up here, I feel, for SK Telecom. The Nexus is going to fall. Faker's just toying with his opponents right now, but it is Impact just chewing his way through the hit points. Faker, he's continuing to toy with his opponents off the side. SK Telecom, T1K of the All-Star 2014 champions.
It was their most impressive 3-0 performance in a championship game they have had.
We hear the crowds here. They were most definitely Fnatic fans at the start of the week, but they've been fantastic here to every team. And well, both of these teams enjoyed the applause and, to be honest, explosion of noise that's been produced here for them today. And SKT, a deserved champion. OMG giving a good fight at the start, but you have to feel at the end it was just too much for them.
Yeah, there was honestly nothing OMG could do in the last two games, in fairness.
Still the support from the crowd, however. This crowd is an experience for all of these guys to play together with. We have to wonder from this point forward how SKT is going to do their next season in Korea.
And honestly, this crowd has been fantastic throughout this tournament. The 4 days we've had here have been magnificent. Giving a lot of love to SK Telecom, who honestly, before the World Championships, probably a lot of people here didn't really know existed. But they have put on a demonstration of League of Legends for everyone to enjoy.
Yeah, ever since they came in there, Faker was known as the best mid laner, but they didn't know the rest of the team. And now they do.
Absolutely brilliant, brilliant stuff. As we said,